Hello everyone, welcome to This Day. It is Monday, September 25th. I'm Michael Taylor, welcome to the program. We're wrangling dogs in here this morning. We had a lot of stuff going on. It's going to be a fun show. Let's get right to it. Today we have Memorial Care Saddleback Medical Center's Dr. Lily Singh on the program. We're going to be talking about menopause and osteoporosis and a lot of the other things that women go through when they get to that age of change. And we also, and later in the show, we're going to talk to OC Animal Care's Jackie Tran and another special guest, a little critter we're going to have on the show up for adoption from the OC Animal Care. So it should be fun. Really cute little dog that I've already seen it, and it's really adoptable. So make sure if you're interested in getting a dog, take a look at this one because it's going to be a special one. Hey, let's take a look at what we have going on in terms of our Stay Informed. It's Third United Town Hall. They are having a town hall meeting on Wednesday, September 27th from 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. in the Sequoia Ballroom at Clubhouse 2. You can share your comments and questions and suggestions, concerns you might have. Town halls are fun. If you've never been to one, go ahead and get out there. It's kind of like if an open mic night and a complaint department had a baby. That would be like what a town hall is. So a lot of fun. Go out there, air your complaints, your concerns, and find out some information about what's going on over there at Third Town Hall. Hey, let's take a look outside. We've got some clouds this morning. They've been clearing out, though. We're going to have a mostly sunny day today. High of 78 degrees, and we're going to start getting the temperatures up into the 80s as we go in the week. And later in the week, believe it or not, Saturday, we actually have a little bit of a chance of some showers in the morning. We'll see if that holds through to the rest of the forecast, but warm during the middle of the week, and then start cooling off as we head towards the weekend. Our sunrise and sunset. Since we have the animals on the show today from OC Animal Care, wanted to say this is Tina. This is my pretty beautiful adopted rescued pit bull. And that is her best friend Lou over there on our lawn over by our house out there playing around, and so I wanted to put that in there. Sunrise 6:40, sunset 6:43 p.m. And if you would like to send us a picture of your pet, you can do that. Pets and places, we'll take anything. Your pet, make sure you tell your name of your pet, and take the picture, tell us where you took it. Laguna Woods Village TV at gmail.com. Make sure your name's in there, where you took the picture. Make sure you take it horizontally and tell us the name of your pet if you decide to send in a picture of your pet. Okay, we have some meetings to show you, and then when we come back, we're going to be talking to Dr. Singh from Memorial Saddleback Medical Center. Stay with us.
Orcam Read empowers people with low vision.
Sometimes reading can be a challenge. With Orcam Read, just point and click. Read at work. Read a recipe. Read a magazine. Read anything you want. Orcam Read.
Achieve a level of comfort you've never known before. The Daydreamer will take you through smooth movements and guide you effortlessly into your favorite positions. Adjust the power pillow for ideal support for your head and neck. This and our positioning technology allows for infinite relaxation. Lay back in zero gravity while watching TV and put your body and mind at ease. Lift your spirits and find your favorite daydream. Contact your local Golden retailer today.
Dr. Farhumand and her associates at Brilliant Smile are excited to announce we now feature cone beam computed tomography. CBCT scans have many benefits over traditional x-rays. They are fast, safe, non-invasive, and provide better care to our patients. The 3D images provide an accurate view of teeth, bones, and soft tissue. It allows us to diagnose and treat more effectively. Also, it features modern diagnosing of sleep apnea by checking the airways and obstructions. Get started today. Call Brilliant Smile, Laguna Woods Village favorite dentist.
Hey, beach walkers, grandkid chasers, stair climbers, dance lovers, weekend warriors, and yogis. Your life demands activity, and joint pain shouldn't hold you back. Get personalized joint care that's as unique as you, with high satisfaction rates to prove it. At Memorial Care, your joint replacement patient navigator will be by your side, helping you safely return to more. Like another beach, extra hug, and one more song. More from life is calling with Memorial Care.
want to welcome Dr. Lily Singh to the program. She's with Memorial Care Saddleback Medical Center, and she is an OBGYN. Welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
Now, we're going to talk about, menopause, and we're going to talk about osteoporosis that involves in that. But tell us a little bit about your background and how you got into the field in the first place.
Yeah, I went to medical school in Brooklyn, actually, at SUNY Downstate. And when I started med school, I didn't really know what it was that I wanted to do. So as I went through my rotations, I really loved my OBGYN rotation. I thought there was something so special about taking care of women, throughout life's continuum, from child-rearing years through motherhood and everything that comes afterward as well. And I also think there's something really special about women taking care of each other, and I wanted to be a part of that. So it was a natural fit as soon as I set foot on the labor floor the first day.
And when you talk about women taking care of each other, I think that's an important thing that a lot of doctors still maybe don't have a 100% handle on. A lot of research, like you probably know, is done on men, or studies are done on men, and then they try to extrapolate that over to women. And so when a woman is talking to a female doctor, I think they feel more heard sometimes, right? Or you understand, like, oh, that's a real thing, instead of maybe it's sometimes being dismissed by a male doctor. And I'm not saying all male doctors do this, but sometimes that can happen, right?
It can. And I think, as far as, just as doctors taking care of patients, having that empathy is important, regardless of who's sitting across from you, male, female, whatever race they are. Just hearing what it is that the person is concerned about, that I think that crosses all lines of race, gender, sex, everything. But yes, it does happen more to women.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
So it's an important thing. I think it's great that, a woman doctor says, I want to work with women. I want to make sure that I'm there for them. And I think it's a great thing. You went to school in New York. Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in the Bay Area in San Jose. I got to medical school. I got in New York, and I thought, well, what better time of my life to live in the big city?
Right.
So I did it. Yeah. It was awesome.
Quite a difference, right?
Absolutely.
So you told us a little bit about why you specialize, but was there anything in your life that kind of led you to say, this is the direction I know I'm going to go? What was that moment for you? Did you have one, or were there several where you said, this is where I want to go?
I think, like a lot of people who are practicing medicine now, I kind of grew up with the sense of I really want to help people.
Okay.
And I kind of just gravitated towards science as I was, going through school. So it almost seemed like a natural fit. But as I, took one step in front of the other, I became more and more convinced that it was the right way to go.
So on to our subject, menopause. This is an older community that we're broadcasting out to, and these are the changes that happen to women as they get to that retirement age. Tell us a little bit about menopause and some of the things that can happen, the symptoms, what some of the downsides, what's going on with that?
I think a lot of the changes that happen with menopause, the most common ones are hot flashes, night sweats, vaginal dryness. There can be changes in mood, some onset of depression or worsening of depression, anxiety, kind of a brain fog, changes to weight, osteoporosis, dryness. There are a lot of changes that can happen.
And is it just one, like, hey, if I have one of these, maybe or are there usually multiple signs?
It's usually a constellation of symptoms. It'll be, one thing coupled with a couple of others. Oftentimes there's a change in the periods. They'll start to become irregular or less predictable. And that, in combination with at least one of these other symptoms, give us a clue that this is on the horizon.
Okay. And when we talk about bone loss, that's the important one. Osteoporosis why is osteoporosis happen, and in connection with menopause? Why is there that connection there?
Prior to menopause, the ovaries are creating a good amount of estrogen, and that helps support the bone strength by preventing its breakdown over time. As we go through menopause, the estrogen levels fluctuate and then they drop. And at that point, the bone loss can rapidly speed up.
Okay. Is this something, if you start feeling any of these symptoms, is it the first thing to do is I should make an appointment? Should I be triggered by that? Or is it you don't need to go to a doctor, you're going through menopause, start taking calcium supplements?
Well, it takes time for the bone loss to really occur to a point that it's osteoporosis. So typically we will screen patients around age 65 unless there's other reasons to do it sooner. So there typically aren't symptoms of osteoporosis. Oftentimes it's diagnosed at the time of a fracture.
Okay.
But there are lifestyle changes that you can make ideally prior to menopause, so it's already a habit. Things like, lifting weights or doing weight-bearing exercises or having a well-balanced diet, alcohol in moderation. All of these things can influence the onset of osteoporosis as well.
Now, lifting weights, is that for muscle density, or does that help with bone density, or is it a little bit of both?
It's a little bit of both. As the muscles pull on the bones while they're flexing and you're lifting the weights, that tension helps strengthen the bones as well.
Now, usually when older adults, men and women, when they do the fall, they break a hip. Is that sometimes more prone to break a hip because of the osteoporosis as well?
Absolutely, absolutely. Osteoporosis can target those long bones like the femur, and the part of the femur closest to the hip is a little bit weaker. So absolutely, that's prone to breakage.
Right, and like you said, it's called the silent disease because you don't know what's going on. So.
Right.
Is that something you talk to women about as they get to that age? Is that one of the kind of check-offs that when you do, okay, how are you doing? Are you having any, and you kind of go down that list of symptoms?
Absolutely. We'll talk about any history of fractures. As women come to me around their visits close to the time of menopause as well, we'll say, okay, now it's time to start focusing on your bone health before it becomes an issue. We want to prevent any fractures related to osteoporosis.
And are there tests, like if you're concerned, if a woman's come in and they say, I've actually been having this for a while and I feel whatever the symptoms are there things that you're going to be able to measure to say, okay, let's take a look at your bone density, let's take a look at your functions of whatever's going on?
Absolutely, you nailed it on the head. We have a bone density test called a DEXA scan. This is a painless test that can measure the bone density of the patient, and it compares it to other patients of the same age as well as when patients are at their peak bone strength earlier in life. So that comparison helps us say, okay, your bones are relatively weaker than they should be, than what we expect for you. And based on that, we can talk about different treatment strategies.
Okay, and what do you have to go through to get that test? Is it just kind of an X-ray kind of a thing, or is it?
Yeah, basically, it's like I said, it's painless. It's a scan of your body, but you just talk to your doctor and see if it's a good time for you to do it, or if you can wait. Either way.
All right. Now, is that something for people would be? Is it covered by most insurance? Is it one of those kind of like standard of care procedure?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. Now, when you're talking to women about this, there's an emotional component to this, and I know you're not a psychologist, but there's an emotional component to the change, as it's been called, right, into menopause. How do you kind of help counsel women through like this is just part of life, and
Yeah, I think, recognizing those feelings and validating them is important. Everyone has different feelings at certain chapters of life, and it's okay to have those. It is a change. And with that change, there's a mourning of what was and a fear and uncertainty of what's to come. And it's okay to embrace that and say, you know what, yes, this was a nice time of your life, and there were these plus sides. And we don't know what it's going to look like afterward, but we're here together.
Right.
And we're going to help you through it.
And if it gets too much, there can be depression with that. That can be serious. Are there treatments for that as well? Absolutely,
yeah. Antidepressants are they're actually also good for hot flashes. So sometimes it's a 2-in-1.
There you go.
But that can be very helpful. Counseling and therapy are also very important. Having an outlet for those feelings and having someone to be there for you and support you through it.
Okay. Now, Saddleback Memorial Care, you guys are nearby. If people want to make an appointment and that kind of thing, I think we have some information up there. What do people need to go through to get, go online or do the phone number and just kind of make an appointment?
Yeah, usually you'll need an order from your doctor or your provider to schedule the test. You can talk to your primary physician, your OBGYN, whoever it is that you get your care from, and ask, is it time for my bone density? And they'll let you know.
Is it time for my bone density? Okay, that's a good question. Dr. Lily Singh, thank you so much from Saddleback Memorial Center Memorial Care. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
When we come back, we're going to be talking to folks from OC Animal Care. Stay with us.
Breast cancer takes patients down paths they never expected, and Memorial Care Comprehensive Breast Center at Saddleback can help navigate the way. We provide multidisciplinary breast care services for the early detection, diagnosis, and treatment of breast cancer using state-of-the-art technology in a personalized environment designed to meet the needs of each woman.
Pacific Cremation Services offers you the ultimate freedom to become one with the salty breezes and brilliant sunset reflections. A scattering at sea is a unique, beautiful way to honor the life of anyone who chooses to be cremated. We help you plan the details and understand what to expect. Choose from our 3 simple plans and let us help you start the process of healing and life celebration. Contact us at pacificcremationservices.com to create a personalized service at sea today.
Did you know that the Laguna Hills Lodge was originally built as a place for relatives or friends to stay when they were visiting? In 1968, Laguna Woods' residents built the first 2 buildings of the lodge because they wanted a place close by for visitors to stay. Since then, the lodge has become the spare bedroom for the Laguna Woods' residents. The lodge has received the TripAdvisor Award of Excellence 8 years in a row. We invite you to stay in one of our recently remodeled garden rooms and take advantage of a special offer for Laguna Woods' residents, family, and friends.
Hi, welcome to Pacific Financial Planners. We focus on income replacement for your retirement. We have over 3 decades of professional money management experience. We personalize a plan that's right for you and your family. You only get one shot at retirement. Don't you think you better get it right? So give us a call for your free consultation. We can do this over the phone, via Zoom, or in person.
Hey, it's time to talk puppies on the show. Not really a puppy, but we have a little bit of an older dog, a little calm, a little nicer for you guys. So you'll like that one instead of trying to train a little puppy. We have a veteran of the system here. I want to welcome Paul Bangs and Jackie Tran along with Jacob to the program from OC Animal Care. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us. Now, OC Animal Care is kind of the shelter for Orange County, right? And there's a number of locations throughout the county. And tell us a little bit about what happens there with dogs like Jacob and others.
Yeah, Jacob came into us as an abandoned dog. So it was really sad. He was left tied to a car, and a Good Samaritan found him and brought him into the shelter. And so now he's up for adoption. You can see that he is just the sweetest boy. He is about 8 years old, and he is ready to find his forever home.
Okay. I met Jacob earlier, and just this really sweet, calm dog. And I think that's kind of great for some of our viewers at home that might be interested in having Jacob and bringing him to the house. It's not pretty much kind of trained, already housebroken, so to speak, and not going to be a really hyperactive dog. Because some puppies, they just that puppy energy that's a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Jacob will just thrive sitting on your lap all day long.
See, that's a great little companion. And Paul, what's your role over there at OC Animal Care? What are you in charge of?
So I'm an animal control officer. So some days I come to meet you guys.
Yeah, I was going to say some days I give a call and you show up.
Absolutely. I can also be in the field, so I could also be driving a truck going to calls. Anything from investigations of animal cruelty or dog bites, things like stray dogs, abandoned dogs like him. Mm-hmm. I'm also the one, if you walk out your front door and there's a rattlesnake or there's an injured bird or wildlife and you call someone, I'm the someone.
Okay, so you're just the wrangler of all things, right?
Absolutely.
And when you come across dogs and cats, what's the intake procedure? What happens with that whole process in terms of, okay, we try to find a chip, we try to do all these things, and then if not, then the dog goes up for a dog or cat or bunny or whatever it might be?
Absolutely. We take in about 14,000 animals every year, and they come into the shelter in various ways. So sometimes it's Paul coming out to get whether it's a dog, a rabbit, whatever calls for service that we get. And sometimes they come into our shelter, which is located in Tustin. They'll come in, exactly like you said, we'll scan to see if it's a dog, we'll scan to see if there's a microchip. And if there is, then we'll do everything that we can to call the owners and try and reunite them. When they don't have a microchip, then they'll come into our shelter, we'll hold them for a certain amount of time, and then they'll be able to go out for adoption. So our facility has multiple different types of animals. So whether you're looking for a bunny, we currently have a pig right now. So if you're interested in that, we have one. We also have hamsters, guinea pigs, you name it, we most likely will have it.
Okay, great. So that's kind of a first stop for folks who are looking for something like that, right? In terms of like, let's get them out of the shelter and into some good homes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I want to talk a little bit about some of your other adoption programs. We have a slide about your adoption program. Tell us a little bit about the basic adoption programs that you guys do.
Sure. So our shelter is open every single day from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. for adoptions. One of the best ways where you can get started is to take a look at our website at ocpetinfo.com. We have all of our available animals listed on there. If you would like to meet an animal, then you can give us a call and we can set up a meet and greet for you, or you can just walk into our shelter and our team is happy to help you.
Okay. And tell us a little about Littles on the Lawn.
Littles on the Lawn is an incredible program. So sometimes dogs come into our shelter a little bit shy, and so our teams will work with them and they'll be able to get them ready. And so you see the adoption or the graduation cap on them, which means that they have graduated from our TLC program and they're ready to be adopted. And so we feature them on our lawn every Wednesday and Saturday from 2 to 4:30.
Okay, terrific. And I love the names for the Pooches on the Patio. Tell me about Pooches on the Patio.
Pooches on the Patio is very similar to Littles on the Lawn, but it is featuring our larger dogs. And so these dogs are out on our patio. They're showing off their large and lovable personality. And so that's on Saturday from 11 to 2 p.m.
Okay. And Kennel Connection?
Kennel Connection is if you would like to walk through our kennels to be able to see a dog right in their kennel, then come out to our Kennel Connection. That's Wednesdays and Saturdays from 2 to 4:30.
Okay, and that's what I did way back when I adopted my dog Brody, and it would be we actually had him on our show years ago. But then I came and saw Brody on one of the days, and okay, we're getting you home, buddy, and that kind of thing. So I think that's a great opportunity too. So it's kind of the wide, like you said, the wide variety.
Yes.
And it's a very over in Tustin. It's a very large center, so you're not going to have trouble finding the kind of dog, cat, gerbil, pig that you want. They're going to be there, right?
Absolutely.
One more thing, Sitting with Kittens.
Yes, so for our cat people, we didn't forget about you. So Sitting with Kittens is an incredible program where these kittens were currently in foster care, and they have been nursed, and now they're healthy and they're ready to be adopted. So they come into our facility and their foster caretakers are there with them. So you get to learn all about these kittens, whether they're curtain climbers or they're just chill little guys.
Okay.
Whatever it is that you're looking for, those foster caretakers will be there to guide you through the entire adoption process.
Okay. Now, Paul, I know there's like a season for rattlesnakes and season for others like ducks and that kind of thing. Maybe I just don't know, but is there a season when cats and dogs are more likely to litter, and you're finding an increase in the shelter in terms of the puppies coming in?
So technically there is no breeding season for cats or dogs. Realistically, yes. In the spring, late spring, early summer is when we see a definite uptick in kittens, because we do have a feral cat population in Orange County. And so we get kittens all throughout the year. We need fosters all throughout the year, and we have brand new little kittens to adopt any day, any month. But in the spring and summer is definitely when we can use those extra fosters, when we have the people come in for to help us and take just these little guys home to get to those 2 pounds where they can go up for that adoption.
Okay, and that's another opportunity for our listeners at home, our viewers at home. Maybe they're not ready 100% for a dog or cat to be a full-time, a forever home, but maybe a fostering program. How would someone get involved in the fostering program?
Yes, our fostering program is one of the best ways to get your feet wet. If you're looking for an animal of some sort in the near future, but if not, then fostering can be great for you. So you would just contact us at ocpetinfo.com. We'll be able to, our counselors will be able to ask you about your lifestyle. Are you more at a homebody, or do you like to go out for 5-mile hikes on the weekends? And we can match you with that perfect dog for you to be able to foster.
Okay.
And then of course kittens are, they don't go on those 5-mile hikes, but we'll be able to, to see if you have any other pets in the homes and to see how we can connect you, whether you're a short-term or long-term foster for kittens.
Before we go, how can someone call now and get a hold of Jacob if they're interested?
Jacob can be adopted by visiting ocpetinfo.com. You can see all of his information there, and then contact us.
Oh, terrific. And I know we have a lower third that has his ID number that'll help people if they're interested in that. I want to thank Paul and Jackie and, of course, Jacob for coming in today from OC Animal Care. Thank you guys very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
When we come back, we're going to be looking at our Monday movie. Stay with us.
The Salvation Army Orange County is proud to be a leader in providing comprehensive care to families, men, women, young adults, seniors, and veterans in Orange County. Our shelters provide food, clothing, counseling, housing navigation, and job training. We also provide care through rent and utility assistance, food pantries, anti-trafficking services, adult rehabilitation, and youth programs. Donate today to help families in need and empower individuals towards self-sufficient life.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From a delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials. At 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio. Or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
You have the health that you want to have. If your answer is no, this is for you.
There's a lot of false hope for sale. Diets, supplements, medication, and they all work for a minute. But the root cause of most health challenges is chronic dehydrations, and you can reverse it with this breakthrough science. To super spike your metabolism, optimize your organs, and give you back the vitality and energy that you truly desire.
From 211 pounds to 174 pounds. Your system is so doable and it works.
Getting hydrated at the cellular level can cause you to be the healthiest you've ever been. Log on to our website, energizehealth.com, and watch documented testimonials, many of them by medical doctors.
I feel like I owe you my life. I'm taking no diabetes medicine.
So log on to our website at energizedhealth.com. That's energizedhealth.com.
Let's take a look at our Monday movie before we head out for the day. It is going to be Now and Then with Demi Moore. That's going to be brought to us by Providence Mission Hospital, and it's going to be on at 2 p.m. with subtitles, 6 p.m. without the subtitles, and it's one of those kind of reunion movies where childhood friends get together and talk about the past and life lessons learned. It should be a fun one. Let's take a look at our weather before we head out here. It's going to be a pretty nice day today, but we're going to warm up midweek. It's going to get into the 80s middle of the week, and as we get closer to the weekend, we're going to have some cooler temperatures, and we may even have some showers on Saturday. We'll keep you updated on that one. Hope you enjoyed the program. I'm Michael Taylor. For everybody here at Village Television, I hope you make this day a great one.
I'm Stephanie Landon, talking to you today about prostate health. The prostate is a gland found only in men. It's part of the male reproductive system, and it's shaped sort of like a walnut. Prostate cancer is extremely common as men age. In its early stages, there are generally no signs of prostate cancer. The most effective way to find it early is through regular PSA screenings with your physician.